Systematic revolution lead. Golden rage.
Welcome to the revolution.
Welcome to the revolution. TNF, kind of live. Nitka here with Golden Rage. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it going?
A little different format here, as we're not officially live, but we feel that this is going to be a great way to get out there. We got some classic announcements to go through. We got some MRL tourney stuff going down. Very exciting. Very exciting about that.
Oh, yeah.
So, we got our TNF going on here in the background. The Bills are up 19-7.
Boring ass game for a Thursday night. It's just retarded to have Miami and Buffalo Bills. Out of all the teams, you could have stuck on there. But am I right by saying that every team must be playing in a Thursday night game this year? Is that correct?
I don't know if that's right, but I was just about to say, like, every Thursday night game that's been going on has been, like, I mean, I remember the Browns were on a couple weeks ago. Like, why should the Browns ever be on primetime? Like, who the hell wants to watch the Browns? No offense,
unless one of these sucky teams are playing an elite team, I'm not too crazy about watching the game.
Even so, though, even if they're playing an elite team, I mean, you know what they should do, though, right? You know what they should do? The Bears should be playing in primetime every week.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt, yeah.
The Chicago Bears should be primetime every week. So they're in primetime this week against the 49ers. I'm excited. Do you know who your Cowboys are playing this week?
Yeah, Dallas is going to have a tough task against a team who I'm not sure is going to be. I have no idea who they're playing.
Now that, my friend, is a true Cowboys fan right there.
That's right. It don't matter who we're playing. We're going to win this shit. Sorry.
Well, the Bears, they were up against Houston last week. They lost. Cutler got knocked out. They got the Niners this week. Both these games really don't make a difference. Like, I don't really think they matter too much just because, Cutler's he was banged up last week. He might not even play this week. So,
correct.
But I'll be watching it. It'll be fun.
Well, now they're saying Alex Smith is clear to play. He passed his concussion test. Now, how is that going to have an effect on the outcome? Now, if you ask me, Jason Campbell, in terms of a backup quarterback, is not such a bad option. We're definitely in a much better position than we were last year. However, I mean, can we expect the same type of chemistry in the passing game as if we had Jay Cutler?
No.
Specifically speaking about Brent Mark.
No, I mean it's going to be rough. I mean, but like you said, it's a better option than the Caleb Haney deal last year. That was just a mess. We didn't have a chance.
So I'm expecting to see this Bears team pound the heck out of the rock, utilizing both the two-headed Russian tech via Michael Bush and Matt Forte. I would like to see Forte get at least 18 to 20 touches this game, and throw Michael Bush at least 12 to 15.
How about Matt Forte gets 18 to 20 touches every game? That's what the game plan should be going in.
I would love to see that, but that's kind of tough with a quarterback like Jay Cutler who loves to throw the damn rock, and Brandon Marshall on there. But as long as they're winning, that's all that counts. That's all that counts.
Very true, very true. So before we get into our MRL updates, what do you think? Rage is a huge NBA fan. What are your thoughts on Mike D'Antoni going to the Lakers? And as you wrote on the MRL site, or you had an article up there of how the Lakers kind of smacked Phil in the face. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? It's awesome. Yeah. I think it's awesome.
Well, I mean, number one, the pass on a coach that's won 11 championships and 13 finals is just insane. If you look at Mike D'Antoni, his last stint in the NBA, he actually quit the job before getting fired. It was a pathetic display of coaching when he was with New York. He had a respectable talent. He had Carmelo, he had Amari. He had a decent squad, not the best squad in the East, but he had enough to at least, win and make a playoff spot. But, I mean, to pass on Phil for Mike D'Antoni, it's like, how many championships did D'Antoni have? Okay, not only that, but you're implementing a fast break type of offense. Now, Steve Nash is not as young as he used to be. The guy's pushing 40. Kobe Bryant's having knee issues. Dwight Howard is a big man. There's no damn way that this offense, this fast break offense, is going to work the way Mike D'Antoni hopes it will. Now, this is what this move does. It puts a heck of a load of pressure on Mike D'Antoni and the front office, because anything less than a finals appearance will be seen as a huge disappointment. We know that because everybody in LA was expecting Phil. You were hearing chants every single game when this was going on about "We want Phil, we want Phil." Even Magic Johnson himself said it was a mistake. That he respects D'Antoni's skills as a coach, but he's just not the right fit for this type of group. So I think it's a huge mistake. Will the Lakers be much better with D'Antoni? Yes, they will. Will they make the playoffs? Of course. They might even finish with the best record in the West. But I just think Phil Jackson would have been a better fit.
I just don't like coaches and players for that matter, kind of like holding the teams like, you know, hostage, man. And I think that's what he was doing. Now there was reports about like he didn't want to make some road trips or whatever. That's ridiculous.
I agree.
Seriously.
I don't know if there's any truth to that though.
Right. Well, that's true too. But I mean, if it is true, I mean, you're there to coach the team. You
Right.
know, I mean, so coach the team, basically.
Yeah, it's not a part-time gig. I agree.
So I mean, I actually do think it was a decent move. I mean, it's not the same guy that he had in Phoenix, obviously, like you said. Is he pushing 40, Steve Nash?
Yes, I believe he's
All
going
right,
to be.
so that's tough. And then Dwight Howard can't get up and down the floor like Stoudemire could, you know,
Correct.
in his younger days. And Kobe, I mean, Kobe's maybe got, what, 2-3 more years left, maybe, at the most. So
Right. I mean, Kobe.
we'll see.
At this stage of a career, you'd like to see Kobe just work off a triangle offense. You know, not so much a fast-paced type of game like D'Antoni
But I
likes.
think it's going to be more of a modified deal, too. I don't think it's just going to be all like the old, you know, Suns. He knows he has to adjust. And plus, I mean, I don't even know who's on their bench. I couldn't even name you a bench player. So, I mean...
It's tough, man. I mean, I'm with you. I know Meta World Peace is in the starting lineup, but off the bench, I mean, I really don't know.
How are you going to change your name to Meta World Peace?
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's
Gosh
weird,
darn
man. I remember when he was in Chicago. He wasn't all that. I guess, you know.
Remember when he ran into the crowd and beat up the fan in
Yeah,
Indiana?
with the tasers, but I don't know, man.
That was awesome.
But well, we'll see. We'll see. Tons of pressure on D'Antoni, though.
All right, so as we said earlier, so we're going to have our first Madden 13 MRL tournament coming up. Registration's open now. It ends Saturday around midnight. Free entry. PS3 and Xbox winner gets $50 to the MRL store, where you can get beautiful wool banners made by Winning Streak Sports, just like Rage has there in the background.
Right there, boys.
And that is that's exactly what the champions get from Classic. Which I'm a little behind sending those out. I got them sitting over here, but I'm waiting for the next championships to come through. But anyways, so you get $50 to the MRL store on PS3 and Xbox, and you'll be crowned an MRL champion with that.
Yeah,
so
so we're calling it the Mr. Revolution tournament. Now, not only will you find NFL type banners, you can find NBA. I'm not sure if we have what else do we have?
We just got some of the MLBs up today. I'll get the rest of the MLBs up, and then we'll have NHL and college. There's some great stuff, so it'll be cool. I think it's a cool prize.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the big banners themselves are retailed at like $80, so we got them a lot cheaper on the site.
No doubt.
Just because we're for the people. We're for the people.
That's right. That's right.
So the tourney is going to be. We're going to go through some rules. So 5 minutes. We're going to keep it on All Pro. We are going to turn off Auto Sprint and Strafe, and all the MRL rules are going to apply, including the new rule that will be in effect Season 3, which is we are not allowing squib kicks at all, and we might adjust that down the road, but no squib kicks will be allowed in Season 3 or in this tournament. So if you want to kick it in a way so they're not going to return it, basically you could just aim the arrow all the way up and kick it super high. That's a way of doing it. So I guess there's too much stuff behind this squib thing right now, so we got to look into it more. The best thing is to shut it off and go from there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, like I said to you earlier, I've never experienced a player that's that's I guess manipulated the squib kick to where he's able to retrieve the possession. I've never been through that. Then again, I haven't played that many games. I don't know if you've been through it. I don't think you have.
I haven't. I mean, I played King Jason, and we had a great game, and he squibbed the whole game, and his thought was, you know, I didn't want Hester to return it, you know, take it to the house. And that's kind of what I thought at the time. But we had an incident yesterday in a playoff game. I'll even say, you know, it was between Relly and John Nolan. And I guess John Nolan was squib kicking all year. That's what he said. He squibbed one. He ended up recovering it. Relly thought it was a glitch. Quit the game. What I did was I ruled in favor of, like, okay, I told the guys, reset the game, start over. It's 7-0 though, because that's what the score was when they, you know, when they quit the game. No squib kicks. So they didn't agree on that. Relly didn't want to play, or John Nolan didn't want to play, do it that way, whatever. So he's going to advance. It's unfortunate that, and then my biggest thing was, hey, you know, guys, if there's issues, you know, me and Rage are always available on Twitter, right? I mean, everybody's got our emails, our Twitter, whatever. You can contact us on the site. If there's issues out there like that we should probably look into and address, you got to let us know. Don't come to us in round one of the playoffs after we just went through a 4-week regular season. We didn't hear a peep about it, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to change rules in the play. I mean, that's not going to happen. That's just not right. And
right.
So,
No, it's definitely it has to be done in a timely manner. And if we get more than one person or source complaining about it, then we're definitely going to take action. And that's the way we do things here. So yeah, I mean, if we feel it's a legit glitch, then, or if we suspect it could be a glitch just based on, you know, people just complaining about it, then we're going to act on it. But yeah, definitely.
Right, and we always have. I mean, and it's in the rules. If there's a known glitch out there, or, you know, it's not allowed. But we still got to be made aware of the stuff before it goes down, and you can't just take one incident and say, hey, this guy's glitching or whatever. I mean, I was satisfied with my decision on that. I was firm on it. I thought it was a good decision, you know. Reset the game, start over from scratch, although it's 7-0 because that didn't affect the score and they didn't agree on it, so that's just the way it is. So
and that's not a slim type, what do you call it, sim style type of move either. It's just basically just cutting down on cheap, you know, tactics. It's not a sim league move by no means. People who are thinking that, no, by no means. So like you said, we've never been a sim league, and we're not too aggressive when it comes to setting rules, because we feel that a wide open league, or, you know, less rules is better for the overall experience. But yeah, no, by no means is this a sim style type of move.
No. So starting season 3, no squib kicks, and we'll just take it from there. So that'll be good there. Real quick look at the bracket. I'm going to bring up the bracket real quick, if you don't mind. Now, I was, sadly, I was eliminated last night. Yes, I was. By Get Some, 49-32. So,
that's not a bad score.
I was up 32-28. No, I was down 28 to 25. The game actually disconnected. We decided to play a half. I took the lead, and then I couldn't stop him anymore. So Get Some advances. I hope he actually goes pretty far. He's MRL core, you know, for sure.
Oh yeah, he's been around for a while. Isn't he the triathlon?
Yeah. He's a good athlete, man. I think he's out there in Iowa somewhere. So
nice.
We're waiting on Adam TGR. Is going to be playing King Jason. Hollow Point, who came on mid-year, got his 8 games in. He already advanced the second round. He's a really good player. And then the #1 seed, Dragonfly Brax, is waiting on Fighting Phillies and BD Navy to play a playing game. The winner will play him, and then he'll play Get Some.
Nice.
So that is the PS3 bracket. Look over at the Xbox bracket right here. Nice little background I got cooking here. Ronslow is advanced over Bucknut. John Nolan, like I said, because of that issue, he's going to advance, so he's going to play Ronslow. We're waiting on Lotto and Jackster. I think they're going at it tonight or tomorrow. And then Wolfie is in the second round. awaiting the winner of Lotto and Jackster. So,
Sweet.
good stuff there. Good job for Wolfinator. So this game is 19-7, getting out of hand. I got no horses in this race as far as fantasy football goes. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, likewise, man. I don't have anybody going tonight. At this point, not sure if it really matters, although mathematically I'm not out of it yet. Going to take a few losses from a few guys above me, but no, I got nobody going tonight.
Just stick with it, man. Just stick with it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not tanking the season. I'm going to try to win as many games as possible, so, whatever happens, happens.
Well, I mean, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Well, actually, I do.
Oh my God! Wait a minute here. Slow down. Slow down here. Where's my soundboard? What do you got? What's cooking?
Hold on 1 second here, bud. 1 second.
This is a family show, man. I hope it's nothing.
I realize that. But being the baseball man you are, I want to know your thoughts on Miguel Cabrera being named MVP.
Well, I have mixed emotions there because, my White Sox, collapsed.
Right.
And he's on the Tigers. But, I mean, if anybody wins the Triple Crown, I mean, how do you not give it to him,
Hell of a season, man. Hell of a season.
Is that you?
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize.
So, yeah, I mean, he deserved it, And then Buster Posey won the NL MVP, which is cool. I like him. He's a good player with the Giants. And they won the championship, so.
All right, so a little topic here, just sticking with the NFL. Now, obviously, you follow the game a lot longer than I have. So, in your opinion, in this current NFL season, well, not season, but this decade, I guess you could call it, who would you say is probably, I'd say, give me your top 3 coaches right now. If you had an NFL team, you would want them to run your team.
Number 1, or I'll start at number 3. All right. Belichick, obviously. Now he's number 3, right?
Okay.
Number 2, I got to pick a guy that's not coaching, and it's because I listen to this guy on he's always on ESPN 1000, Mike and Mike in the morning. Herm Edwards. Have you ever listened to Herm Edwards talk?
I have.
This guy, man, I just love listening to this guy talk. He's such and he does a lot of motivational speaking, with the younger players coming in and stuff. This guy, man, I just love listening to him and his stories, man. So he'd be in consideration if I was an owner. And the number 1 guy, I gotta say, if I was building, so I'm an owner, right? Right. I'm hiring a coach.
Correct.
Is none other than, I think he's pushing about 70 years old, Mike Ditka. I mean, how do you not?
Wait, who did you say?
Mike Ditka. That's who I would ask to coach my team. I'd probably ask him coach, maybe give him a 2-year deal. Hopefully win the Super Bowl or something, and then I'd have to pass it over to Herm.
Okay. Well,
so,
so there you go. It's hard to argue. I mean, obviously Mike Ditka. I mean, there's much older guys that's coaching right now. I think Tom Coughlin is pushing what? What's he pushing? About 65, 70?
Yeah. See, there you go. I mean. And the origins of my name are from Mike Ditka.
That's correct.
That's where I got it from. So
very few people know that.
So yeah, that's a great question, man. Who's your best coach? Who would you start a team with?
Well, since you were able to mention a guy that's not coaching currently, I'm gonna have to take a page out of your book, and I really like. I love to hear this guy talk. He sounds like he's passionate about the game. He knows exactly what the hell he's talking about. None other than John Gruden. I think that guy, man. I mean, he shows exactly what a football genius is. I mean, you can tell he demands respect from his players too. So I think that's a waste of talent just having him on the damn booth.
He'll be back on the sideline soon, man. But I mean, they gave him. I think they gave him a bunch of money to stay this past year.
I know, man, but I mean, the guy belongs on the sidelines. I'm telling you, any team that grabs that guy is definitely going to improve. I mean, he took Oakland. Am I right? Because I haven't followed that long, but didn't he take Oakland to the Super Bowl or no?
He was coaching Oakland, and then he left. And then the next year they went to the Super Bowl, but played him because he ended up replacing Tony Dungy in Tampa.
In Tampa, right? And
Yeah.
the
So he
championship.
actually played his former team in the Super Bowl a year
How
later.
about that, man? That's wow. But yeah, no, I mean,
But Dungy couldn't get him over the hump. You know, that's kind of been Dungy's story too. I mean, he brought the Colts to the one Super Bowl. Dungy wasn't the coach of the Colts the second Super Bowl, I don't think, against the Saints in '09. I don't know that for sure, but with Peyton Manning, how do you only win one Super Bowl? But I agree. I like him. I was actually going to say him, but I really like Herm. I like his motivational speeches and all that stuff. It's a beautiful thing.
he's good, man. He's good. He's a
Football's not
philosopher.
all X's and O's, man. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know. It's not. I mean, you learn a lot of stuff, man. On the field and stuff, you know, you bond with your buddies out there, your teammates. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's very hard, like that, and that's why I want my kids to be like involved in football at one point, not at a young age, but just because you learn so much, man.
Oh yeah, just the benefits of just getting involved with any sport, really, man. You know, it's just
But
really,
even so, even football is just different, man. Because I mean, you're right there. You got 10 guys on the field with you,
yeah.
you know, and you're just like you're in a war, man. You know, you go to
Right.
war. That's kind of what it is. So.
All right, so transitioning from the NFL to the NBA really quick, specifically speaking about the Chicago Bulls, who happened to win their game last night, I believe it was,
They did
in
win.
OT against the Phoenix Suns. Now, here's one thing that I'm just, I mean, at work I get into so many debates with these, I don't want to call them morons, but they just don't know what they're talking about. So I keep telling them how I'm not too fond of Carlos Boozer since he's been here. He's been so underachieving. But then their argument is that, well, if you look at stats, he's one of the most efficient players in the league. So, efficiency, you know what efficiency is, right? It has to do with, like, you accumulate all your stats, and then I guess they divide it by a certain number. But, like yesterday, I think he had like 28 points. Okay. He had 28 points against the Suns. They suck. We need somebody that's going to be able to perform at a high level against a championship caliber team. You can't depend on Boozer in big games. That's my point. I'd rather have a guy that's not so efficient statistically show up in big games in the playoffs than he's efficient with his stats or whatever. What are your thoughts on Boozer?
All I know is if I was starting an NBA team and I had the first pick, I'm taking a Carlos Boozer, just because of that.
But I mean, it's.
Look, here's the thing. I was a big supporter of this guy coming in. They had to get somebody, and the last couple of years, I just want to beat the hell out of him. Basically, I mean, I don't like how he plays defense. He looks like a fool, And then with Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded coach. I don't know how he can have confidence in running him out. I mean, obviously they need scoring, fine. That's what he was brought here to do, I guess. But even his rainbow jump shot, if that's what you want to call it, it's just like, it looks just so annoying, man. It's just like, it's weird.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then he adds a little scream to every missed free throw or whatnot. That's kind of his his specialty.
I'm just like, I mean, we read that book, we're done with it. We're ready to return it to the library. Unfortunately, we got 2 years left with it. Probably 1 year left because they'll get out of his contract a year early. I know that.
Right.
But I mean, he's making good money. He should be. I mean, he should be averaging 22 points and 10. How is he? 6'6", 6'7", 6'8"? How tall is he?
He's 6'9", 6'10".
How are you 6'9" or 6'10" not getting 10 by accident? How are you not getting 10 rebounds a game on accident?
He's a very passive player. He's a fadeaway type of I mean, just there's no aggression at all with Carlos Boozer.
I know they didn't bring him here to get rebounds and play defense. I know, I understand that, but like I said, on accident, you should be getting 8 to 12 rebounds a game just by being in a decent spot on the floor. You know, catching the ball that bounces off the rim, right?
Yeah, no,
I mean, give me a break, man.
okay.
Noah has 25-point nights, and literally like 75% of his points are tip-ins, you know, and dunks, because he's right there. I mean, you know, whatever, man. I don't know. I'm ready to be done with that guy.
Think about this. I mean, he's one of the highest paid players on this roster.
No, I think he is the highest paid player on the roster.
Okay,
well, Rose makes more than him, but he's second.
Right. So we know he's top 2. We know they're paying him with tons of cash, but what player do you know that's making the second highest? That's the second highest paid on his team, but yet you sit his ass out for most of the fourth quarter in every game. Does that not make sense to you? I mean, that says something about Coach Thibodeau's outlook.
It's a beautiful thing. That's awesome.
That's retarded.
And you know, that's when I really just decided that I don't like him. It was last year in the playoffs when you had this guy with a towel on the bench, down 3-2 at home, you know, and he's waving a towel, and it's like, seriously, man, we're paying you $13-14 million, and you're waving a towel, and you got Todd Gibson out there, who at the time I think was only making maybe $1 million. Now he's, you know, he got paid well.
That's how you know, man, if a guy has any pride in himself or even cares about contributing to this team, he seems like he's cool with it, man.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, whether he wants to win or lose, I don't know, but
I think that's the most sickening part about it.
yeah, he's happy with the fact that he's sitting out in the fourth quarter. It's like, okay, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. I don't, you know, it's like any great player, man, that's making that kind of money wants to be out there and wants to be a difference maker. This guy could care less. Just based on what I see, like you said, he's waving the towel in the fourth quarter when his ass is being benched in crucial situations. You know, it's like, why not just leave his ass coming off the bench then? Why start him? It doesn't make sense.
And, you know, when you go to the Bulls game, you know how they used to announce Jordan last, you know, from North Carolina, and then, you know, when Rose is there, you know, from Chicago, you know, they announce him last now because Rose is out. They're like, from Duke. It's like seriously. I mean, I don't know because I haven't been there this year. I'd stick Heinrich in that spot right now, honestly. But
or Joe King, man. You know,
well, they always do the center in the middle, and they always do the small forward first. So that's what, you know, or first or second, one of those. So whatever, man. I mean, like I said, I'm done with him. Like, I can't wait. They got that European guy. I can't remember his name coming. I don't think he's coming next year. He's coming the year after.
Yeah, that's a good little.
And everybody's going to be free agent again, you know? I mean, not that LeBron's going to come here, but I could see him going back to Cleveland. If he gets 2 more titles, I could see him bailing Miami and going back to Cleveland.
Well, as crazy as this sounds, okay, and hopefully we'll be able to look at this back in like 2 or 3 years from now, but I think it's a strong possibility that if the Lakers fail to win a championship within the next 2 or 3 years with this roster, and Kobe becomes a free agent, he's definitely might be interested in coming to Chicago because he was so close, but it was his wife that talked him out of it. You know that, right? He was ready to sign papers with John Paxson. They were picking out homes, and then the wife talked him out of it.
Well, I mean that's actually legit because after what he did to his wife, he better listen to her.
That's right.
So that's legit. But you know, and who knows, man. I mean, I don't like Dwight Howard anymore, but he's gonna be, you know, he hasn't signed a long-term deal with the Lakers, and he's probably not going to.
No, I doubt it, man.
So I could see him, you know, maybe not the Bulls. I mean, the Bulls they'll be at his house, man, if he's a free agent talking to him. But I really don't know where he would go.
I could see it happening, man. I mean, I really do. But you never know. But hopefully we won't have to wait 3 years for this damn team to win a championship. That'd be sad. I don't know. That'd be sad, but whatever.
Yep. Well, all right, buddy. Good job.
Good show.
Everybody, As always, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Names are right there, at Nitka32, at Golden Rage 1. Like us on Facebook, and register for the free entry MRL tourney, $50, MRL store. I'm joining. I'm going to play on both Xbox and PlayStation. Hoping to drag my buddy Rage into the PlayStation at least.
I'm definitely going to try to make an effort and join, pending my schedule, but I definitely want to participate. So, deadline is Saturday to sign up, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so sign up. We've gotten lots of applications around, guys. It's a free entry, just like
we
Nick
got some
said.
good players, man, already. And I've been working the Madden Secret Society room. I've been working Twitter. Rage has been working Twitter. I've been working some forums. So we got some guys. I mean, I'm pretty excited about. So there's a couple other guys I'll be working on the next 2 days, and you know, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah,
It's our first go. It's our first go with that. So I mean, we're doing single elimination, and then we got some other stuff coming. You know, we got some Call of Duty news coming up, and hopefully NBA 2K.
Yep. So this is just the first of many tournaments we're looking to hold, and we're gonna be playing for these banners, guys. Just like this one, they got different types of banners. So this tournament again, $50 credit to the MRL Pro Shop.
It looks awesome, man. In your Madden room, your Madden War room. I mean, I got it. I got all of them here. I got all the Dynasty ones up.
Yeah,
it just looks awesome.
Hoping to add a few more to my collection in the next coming weeks, but yeah, man, they're sweet. They're nice. Very, very cool. So that's it, man.
Alrighty. All right, man.
All right.
Have
Later.
a good night.
Thanks, guys.
I'll see everybody later.
Yes, yeah. It's the Madden Revolution League. Golden Rage. Madden Revolution. Madden Revolution. It's the Madden Revolution. Gonna Revolution League. Madden Revolution.